Georgia voters rejected one of the candidates backed by President Trump in a key primary race yesterday. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones lost the state's runoff for governor despite securing Trump's endorsement. Billionaire healthcare executive Rick Jackson, you're going to be hearing more of his name, will now advance to the general election. He was endorsed, interestingly, by Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. CBS News political director Fin Gómez is here with more on these races. So, Rick Jackson.
Yeah.
Ran as an outsider, didn't get the Trump endorsement, beat Burt Jones by almost 5 points.
Yeah, and also spent about $100 million of his own money into this
Money
race.
makes a difference.
It does make a difference, and it will make a difference later as he faces Keisha Lance Bottoms, the former Atlanta mayor, who's the Democratic nominee in that race. But yes, very interesting enough. I think it also fits into that narrative that we've been seeing all cycle long, where you're, at least in this runoff, where voters are thirsty for an outsider, anti-establishment type candidate. And he really hit that. Even though he's a billionaire,
right,
he had this anti-establishment sort of tenor that was really unique.
And yet he had someone who you and I both know, Nick Ayers. He name-checked him in his celebratory remarks last night, named him as his campaign strategist for helping him win this election. Nick Ayers, very experienced, used to work in the Trump White House. So he had a political pro in Georgia running this outsider campaign. So it wasn't all outsider. He had a very experienced person at the helm.
Absolutely. And Nick Ayers is a former chief of staff for the Vice President Pence, and he was very close. And look, a big part of the 2016
knows Georgia politics
very well, like a very strong political operative there. So I mean, he overcame not just Trump's endorsement, but Governor Kemp, Brian Kemp, who before yesterday, a lot of people were talking about a potential 2028 contender, right? He spent a lot of his political capital, not just in this race, but in the other big runoff yesterday, which is, of course, the Senate runoff. And he went over 2, right? So Jackson overcame Trump and Kemp.
Because Kemp endorsed Burt Jones also.
He did. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, his lieutenant governor.
Right.
He was also someone who's very a close MAGA ally of the president. He was an alternate elector back in 2020. Like he was in a long time relationship with Trump. But he lost in that. Kemp's handpicked candidate, Derek Dooley, the former football coach, lost in that race. So he went over 2, a lot of political capital spent.
In Georgia, with not much to show for it.
Not much to show. But Ted
How
Cruz,
do you look at that Senate race?
Look, it is one of the most crucial.
John Ossoff, incumbent Democrat, $60 million in his campaign war chest.
Yes.
Mike Collins won the runoff. He will be the Republican challenger. Has about a little under $2 million, as I understand.
Yeah, and look, and that is it is.
There'll be no shortage of money in this race.
Absolutely not. And look, I even talked to some people close to Ossoff today who basically told me we're not taking anything for granted. We did get the candidate we wanted in Mike Collins, again, who the president calls MAGA Mike. Remember, Georgia's gotten much more purplish over the last few cycles. They feel they're feeling pretty good. A ton of money, as you said, but they expect Collins to get a ton of money also from his Republican allies pretty quickly. It's going to be one of the top races in the country that could decide who controls the Senate.
Fin Gómez, appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.